yourself for the record and you may begin.
Hi, my name is Alexandra Stillson. On November 28th, the day after Thanksgiving, I was sitting alone in my home, watching TV, when two men broke into my home and I was viciously raped at knife point. From there, I called the police immediately after they left my home. I took an ambulance ride to the hospital and had to go through the 5-hour process of having multiple people poke and prod at me to go through a rape kit. And they collected their evidence. I finally, after 5 hours, got a shower and then started the process of how to deal with this. Had to talk with multiple detectives. We had problems in the Orleans parish with getting a hold of the SVU, which has since been fixed. But through all this, I started receiving bills in the mail. This huge stack are my rape bills. This is for my forensic exam, for my ambulance ride, for all the medications I had to put in to make sure that I didn't get HIV or syphilis or chlamydia. These are bills for having to go back and see my gynecologist at 1 month, 3 months, and 6 months so that I can get STD tested again, so that I can get checked out. Other hospital bills I had, and those are just for and then there's counseling bills. I struggled to get a hold of the proper resources to get free counseling because it was the holidays and everyone was completely swamped. So I had to go find independent counseling. And now I have those bills as well. Had I not gotten counseling, God knows what would have happened to me. So I'm dealing with this huge stack of bills that I cannot possibly afford. And just when you're dealing with the trauma of being that incredibly violated, every time you have to discuss it, every time you have to deal with it, you're reliving the entire experience. So yes, sitting there, getting a bill that said, hey, you got raped, now pay for it. It's heartbreaking. Calling my insurance company, who are telling me basically, too bad, because you haven't met your deductible yet. We're not covering this. You're inconsolable at that point. So yeah, if this bill is to pass, it just takes off one more layer of pain that a victim has to go through. You should never receive a bill in the mail saying, you need to pay for this horrible crime that happened to you. Granted, in my case, my two perpetrators have been caught. They were 15 and 16. These boys do not have jobs. These boys do not have money. There's no way that, even if I apply for reparations from them, there's a chance they'll be in jail for life. There's no money that's going to come to me for all these bills. For the additional bills where I had to move. They stole my car and my bike. I had no transportation for months. I had to stay in a hotel for a week because it wasn't safe in my home. I changed all the locks until we found a new place to live. Plus there were other things in my car that were mine. I have only lived in this state for 1 year. All of my winter clothes had just been sent down to me. So yeah, all that is gone. And that's not covered by insurance. Your car insurance does not cover what's in the car, just the car itself. So yes, I have this huge stack of bills for a heinous, heinous crime that happened to me. And now I have to deal with it. So please, please pass this bill so that you can help victims everywhere, because these victims, they're still victims every single day. And she said that there are 1,600 victims a year. That's 5 every day, and that's just 5 who are reported. Since I've been speaking out about what happened to me, women all across the board have been telling me what's happened to them. I have yet to meet another woman who's reported it. So this is a crime that keeps happening, and women keep suffering. And we need to protect them, and we need to help them as best we can. Because it should never be a victim's responsibility to pay for the crime that was gone against her. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for that testimony. Corrine Barnum.